You said that we're the original generalists, right? We're the generalists of all animals as humans. And yet so many of us go to specialize. And we accomplish so many great things as being specialists. But as a specialist, you almost rob yourself the beauty of being human. Am I kind of summarizing some of the things you say accurately that way?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We started to value specialists. We were able to save lives. We were able to grow our population and do incredible things, creating incredible things, and because of specialists and specialization. So it became promoted. It became the right thing to do. You know, what your mother wants you to do. You know, become a doctor.
Become a doctor, right?
Some specialist, some. And yeah, but we paid a certain price of living a more diverse, flexible, healthy life. You know, it's a little bit like also in movement. It's a very similar concept where many people come up to me and say, "Hey, you're training so many hours a day. I train 6, 8, 10 hours a day. So this is not healthy anymore. You're destroying your body." Well, if you look at it through the eyes of a specialist, definitely. If I'm doing BJJ for 8 hours a day, for sure. But the variety of practice that I do is so divided all across these joints and all across different qualities, softness, hardness, and complexity and simplicity, and all these things coming together, that it allows me to do a lot more and to live many different sensations, feelings, emotions, mind states. So this is the generalist perspective. And generalist may be a misleading word a little bit. It becomes, again, abused. And lately I've heard, I read a thesis by a dancer called Rasmus Olmeni. I really loved it. He sent it to me, and I really, really was influenced by what he was saying there. And he's basically talking about dancers, and he's saying, you know, nowadays to be a generalist dancer cannot be, doesn't exist, because there's so many types of dances. So what actually we became, and that corrected it in my mind, we became a fingerprint from specialist to generalist to our own unique self, to our collection of things. Because we cannot be everything. It's not like I can be the hunter, the shaman, and the gatherer, and the builder. Now there is so many titles. You can't be everything, but you choose what you want to do, what you want to be. For example, you have a very unique combination of things. Yeah, you're interviewing people, but you're also doing all these weird other things that usually, traditionally, someone who does interviews, such a journalist, does not do. So that's a very unique fingerprint, Brian, bam. And that's what I'm moving towards with myself and with my students, is exposing them to a lot of general practices, but then saying one day, okay, it's time to choose.
Okay, so there is a choice to make.
There is a choice to make, because there is so much, there is too much. Collective knowledge is above and beyond what one person can take. But you'll be surprised at how much we can take still.
Right, okay. You talked about movement there. In the last year, can you remember that one day where you had, in your mind, the best day of movement for Ido Portal? And could you describe what that day was like? You know, you said there's soft movements, there's hard movements, there are movements that make you feel this way or feel that way. Could you walk me through what that day might look like? To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonrealacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media, log in and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Real, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonrealacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there, and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.